Good morning. Welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. I am Maxine Kaye, your spiritual leader, although I'm usually running behind trying to catch up with all of you. Welcome to our hybrid service where some of you are here in person, and oh, what a joy it is, what a delight it is to see your beautiful faces, and the rest are tuning in from who knows where. And wherever you are, here, there, in this country, in another one, you're just welcome here. And wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're welcome here as well. Because this is a place that is inclusive, it is open at the top, it is a place where we can discover, really remember who we truly are. Because we all are human beings having a beautiful experience, but we're more than that. We're really spiritual beings, aren't we? Having a human experience, and both of them are just wonderful. So we teach the basic principles of life here. And in fact, this is the month, January, where we are focusing on the good book, which is called The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. And so we'll do some deep basic review and really get a hold of those basic principles that make our lives work and make the world a better place as well. So we are here to follow the mission of Centers for Spiritual Living, which we created years and years ago, which is simply awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And we utilize these beautiful spiritual tools to assist us and lift us in every imaginable human experience. And we're here to prove that it works, because I've known you all for 8 years, and I know what happens in our lives, and it's wonderful that we always have this firm foundation to fall back on, to remember who we are, and to remember whose we are. And we also know that working together, we are actually co-creating a world that works for everyone, or we like to say, a world that works for all, because that includes all the sentient beings, it includes the planet itself. So we're just so glad to be together, huh? We're here this Sunday, and we're here in this place next Sunday too. So we'll be here all week. And we do have a purpose statement, and most of you know what it is, and I invite you to say it with me, whether you are hither or yon, and it goes like this. Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And so we will have our opening song, which is Water by Daniel Namond.
I've seen my share of struggle when I thought that I knew best, but I've sailed through a storm instead of stopping to rest. But it always seems the hardest when I've made up my stubborn mind. Well, I'm changing my ways this time. Wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. Have you ever seen an eagle head straight into the wind? He doesn't pick a fight, he spreads his wings and just gives in. And in the end he always makes it home just fine. Guess he knows that every storm subsides. Wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. I'll let nature take its course. No more thinking that I know where this river's meant to go. I have railed against the stars for the cards that I've been dealt, for the lottery I've never won, for the heartache that I've felt. But it always seems when I let go of expectation and regret, life has plenty of surprises for me yet. I want to be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. Wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea.
Oh, that was so beautiful. Thank you, Daniel. I like that message. Let's be like water. Oh, it's time to talk to the kids. And how wonderful to have one of our precious young women back. So it's good to have you here in person, Kennedy, and all the other kids who are looking online and being with us today. Welcome. Happy New Year, everyone. I was thinking about a 6-year-old, I think it was, who was in class, and the time was art time. They were drawing. And so little Johnny was drawing, and the teacher came around and asked, what are you drawing, Johnny? And he said, I'm drawing a picture of God. The teacher said, well, you really can't do that because nobody knows what God looks like. And Johnny said, they will when I get through. Well, since we know that God is everywhere, in everything, in all nature, and within every one of us, then we know what God feels like, don't we? God feels like love. God feels like safety. God feels like support, warmth, confidence. And this supporting presence shows up everywhere, in trees, in animals, and in all people. We can look around and it opens up our hearts and our minds to begin to see God everywhere. We even have a song we sing here sometimes about, you are the face of God. And we look at each other and see that divine presence shining through each other, and that's a good thing too. So maybe you would like to say with me, and maybe the adults would help, there is only one life.
There is only one life.
That life is God's life.
That life is God's life.
That life is perfect.
That life is perfect.
That life is my life now.
That life is my life now.
Now look around at each other, and you're seeing the face of God. Thank you. Now we'll have a meditation. And Frank Henninger will help. Let's take a deep, holy breath in. And feel that divine life circulating through our physical body temple. Enlivening every cell of our bodies. Continue this deep, holy breath. We feel it moving through our emotional nature, bringing calm, harmony, peace. Feel it moving through our mental nature, centering, bringing fresh, new ideas, inspiration. Let's feel our oneness with all life, all beings, all nature, and know it is the presence of the divine, creating, recreating everything and everyone. A new energy, a greater consciousness of love and possibility is emerging from each of us and for all the world. Praise and bless this divine energy as we accept the infinite possibilities that are ready to emerge through the highest and best expression of humanity as it reveals its divinity. Come into your sacred silence for a moment. If there's a question you wish to ask or need that needs to be filled, bring that now in the silence. And keep your heart open now to the answers, for they are being revealed either now or when you didn't expect them. For the universe always provides. The universe always says yes. All is well. Thank you, Frank. Now I'd like to call up our practitioner of the morning, Joe Lurquin.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Joe Lurquin, and I'm a practitioner with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. It's dark up here. Thank you. Welcome to today's celebration. I would like to read the following from the 365 Science of Mind, January 8th by Ernest Holmes. My thought is inspired by Most High. We should believe that God is the invisible partner in our lives and affirm that divine love goes before us and prepares the way. We should permit ourselves to be guided, for there is something within us, deep at the center of our being, which knows what we ought to do and how we ought to do it. 2 affirmations from Ernest Holmes. It is the nature of the universe to give us what we are able to take. It cannot give us more. It has given all. We have not yet accepted the greater gift. We must maintain a close communication with your true center. Your creative power is not an act of will. It is rather an act of your willingness to believe. I'll state this treatment in the first person. I invite you to take it for yourself. This is what I know. I know that there is only one source, one I am, that is all and part of all of this universe. I know that I am part of this I am. And I stand here looking around, knowing that all is present, all is possible, all is everything. I am never alone, for there is always people and there is always things in the I am around me. I see life, love, art, precious things, beauty. I see all these things always in front of me. I see peace, I see harmony, I see everything. I know that this is all part of the one. This is all part of the I am that there is. And I'm so very grateful for having all these things around me and knowing that everything and anything is possible. I know this is the truth. And I release this statement knowing that it is already done, it is already true. As we say together, and so it is.
And now we have an affirmation to speak together. It's the same one that I have. That was fortunate. Okay, together. I partake of the life divine, celebrating my unity with God and my peaceful, powerful, productive use of the creative law of mind. Oh, that was a good affirmation. Okay, so back to the good book. This is a brand new year. This is wonderful to be together so early in the year. And our theme for the year is a new one, and it is building a new consciousness. Do you like that idea? We are all in the process, individually and collectively in humankind, building a new consciousness. And the theme for the month of January is foundation, the foundation. We want to start where we know we're secure. We want to begin with today's talk, which is the basic material. There is one divine substance out of which everything emerges. Ernest Holmes said, "The study of the science of mind is a study of first cause, spirit, mind, or that invisible essence, the ultimate stuff and intelligence from which everything comes, the power back of creation, the thing itself." Interestingly, for centuries, theologians and philosophers have referred to this unknown and yet desired to be known essence as the thing. So it wasn't just Ernest Holmes. This is great philosophers who have been searching for the underlying essence of everything. You know, what's the ground of being? What's underneath it all? What is it from which everything emerges? You know, the 5th century Greek philosophers had several different ideas about that. One was everything is made of earth. Another, everything is made of fire. Everything comes from water. Daniel had the right idea. And one, everything's made from air. But then the atomists, can you imagine this? 5th century BC, the atomists said everything is made of atoms. How do you like that? Yeah, they were pretty smart guys. And girls, but mostly guys. And so we're always looking for the ground of being. What is the foundation? What is it from which everything springs? Well, we are studying this month, this Sunday and the next 3 Sundays, the first 4 introductory chapters of Science of Mind. And the one we're focusing on today is chapter 1, the thing itself. And that's why I'm calling it the basic material. The universal creative intelligence expresses through each of us, and it is available to all of us for our use. No exceptions. The universal, infinite creative intelligence is the ground of being. It is that from which everything emerges. And Ernest Holmes tells us over and over again that the divine plan is one of freedom. It was not possible to create little automatons. And what fun would that have been for God anyway? Do as I tell you. No, we have free will. And it is only because of having that free will that we can move along this wonderful evolutionary path, make changes in our lives, become the marvelous beings that we were created to be, and at the same time, having that free will, being able to make some mistakes. And in making, anybody here? And in making some of the mistakes, humankind has created what we call evil. Now, evil is just live spelled backwards, right? It is not a being of itself. You're not going to find a devil here. If you wanted a devil, you got to go down the street, because we don't have that here. Evil is not an entity. It's something we have erroneously created. And that's just a... There. That's much better. Thank you. There was nothing evil about that. Ernest says, the inherent nature of man is forever seeking to express itself in terms of freedom. And I think if you look in the glossary, you're going to find, anybody have a drink of water? But I do. But if you look in the glossary of the science of mind, you're going to find pages filled with the word freedom. It was very important to Ernest. It's very important to all of us. I'm going to stand here and meditate for a while. Okay, I'm meditating. I'm treating for water. I want water. Take me to the sea. Thank you, everybody. See what a great group we have here. They take care of me. They need to. I do, yeah. Yeah, it was the chakra. Oh, that was wonderful. It's like Daniel was singing about, right? Coming through a struggle or something, and then, I'm at the sea. A beautiful sea, you and me, oh, how happy we'll be. I think I can put that right here, it'll be fine. Oh, may I have a coffee table? Thank you. How nice. I feel like we should just be having a fireside chat, you know? All right, so we do well to listen to this inner voice, for it tells us of life wonderful in its scope, of a love beyond our fondest dreams, and a freedom which the soul craves. Our soul craves freedom. And what's wonderful is that freedom is already ours. We just have to wake up to it. We get to become aware of it. I have a freedom of choice. I can think thoughts and feel feelings that get me in trouble, or I can heighten my awareness and set an intention and keep my attention on only that which is life-affirming and beautiful, and allow that to be brought into my life. So we're learning that we do live in a spiritual universe, and it's comprised of love and law. Love and law. And we need to understand both. The holy presence of spirit, whatever that means to you, the one divine life, is the very presence and essence of love. That is eternally so. We sometimes forget that we are not only a part of that divine presence, but we are the instruments through which it can express into our world. It's caring and compassionate, and no matter what's going on in our lives, we can return to that beautiful feeling. It's generously giving of itself to us always. The universe is always giving to us. It's a universe of abundance. There's plenty for everyone, and if everyone isn't experiencing the plenty, whether it's wealth or love or health or creative expression, it's because we've gotten a little disconnected from it, that's all. It's still there. It's still there. It's still present. It's still possible. So we want to connect consciously with it and feel the peace and feel the freedom of it, because divine love is very personal. very personal. We feel it every time we are in meditation, or even when we're walking in woods. It's very personal. It's tangible. We may not draw a picture of it, but we can feel it. And it's the most real thing in the universe. Then the law, the dependable, accurate, constant action of universal law is available to all of us. And it responds to us according to our belief. Gosh, you're good. It responds to us not according to our wish or our hope or our dream, but our belief. And Jesus said that very clearly, didn't he? It is done unto you according to your belief. Yeah. So this has been around a long time, and we're finally catching up a little bit to it. You see, all principles are intangible and invisible. Isn't it great to have electricity? Gosh, some people in California aren't having it at all right now with those big storms. And they're going to be so grateful when it's back again. But just as Joe said, it's dark in here, and Edie turned on the light. It's as simple as that, isn't it? But you see, it took a long time for us to get to the point that we understood the laws of electricity. Once we understood them, we were able to put them to use, and oh, what a difference it's made in our lives. We can stay up late now. I'm not sure that's always a good idea. You know, the birds and the animals have a pretty good, way to go about things. It gets dark, they go to sleep. We stay up. Some of us. And so when we understand the law of mind, like we came to understand the law of electricity, the law of aerodynamics, can you imagine getting that big metal thing up in the sky and actually getting in it and going somewhere? Who could imagine? Well, somebody imagined. You see, that's the thing. We have a creative imagination. We are all Imagineering. And so once we understand how a law works and work with it, then it's amazing what we can have in our lives. And we listen to our inner knower, and we listen. Remember George Washington Carver? He was asked how in the world he had come up with so many different products from the lowly little peanut. And he said, I just listened to it until it revealed to me its secrets. We have to listen. And then we learn how this law of mind works. And we use it consciously, and we use it compassionately. We use it creatively to bring about what we are ready to pray about. The law is impersonal. The love is personal. The law is impersonal. It responds the same to everybody, whether you're 2 or 92. You plant the seed, it will grow if you plant it correctly, water it, and don't pull it up before it's time. The law is wonderful. It is everywhere. It is working through us in our subconscious area of mind, and it is an equal opportunity employee. We all get to use it, no matter what our training was, whatever our education, our status, our age, it doesn't matter. Prayer is answered through the law according to our belief. So it's not that some prayers are answered and some aren't. What's that? It's like God likes you, but not you. No. Nuh-uh. It's not that God responds to one person more than another. It's that we learn to respond to the divine by becoming open, by becoming accepting, by deepening our faith and having a positive and cheerful expectation that good and good alone is ready to flow through us and show up in our lives and in the lives of our loved ones. See, the mind of God indwells us all, without exception, both the conscious and the subconscious aspects, objective, subjective. And this is a very important part of our basic foundation to understand that the mind of God is not two minds, it's one, but there are two aspects to it. The conscious mind chooses, let it be, and there is. That's the way God creates. That's the way we can create too with the deepened faith. Let it be, and there is. Not, geez, I hope that'll happen. No, we need the faith of God, which says it's done. And we're working toward that. So the first aspect of mind is the conscious or objective, which is that which makes the choice, makes the selection. And then the other aspect of mind is the subconscious or the subjective. And we feel this divine presence, the givingness of God, the constant love and support from the divine, and then we discover how the principle works and consciously use it. So our conscious mind is part of the greater universal conscious mind. And our subconscious mind is part of the greater universal subconscious mind, which is why you can go to the psychiatrist for 45 years and you'll never plumb the depths because we're all connected with everybody else. You know, might be interesting to see what comes up. Oh, so that's what my neighbor's been, oh, never mind. But we're all connected. We're connected to the infinite mind of God, which dwells within and through each and every one of us. These are the basics. This is what, well, you'll learn more about what it does, how it works, and how to use it, but this is the foundation right here. And we're free to embrace this presence, and we're free to direct the law. And here we teach each other how to do it. And we celebrate each other's victories, and we walk along with one another when we're going through challenging times, applying our principles while we're also holding each other in each other's hearts. Ernest Holmes said a very famous saying, which many of us know, which is, to learn how to think is to learn how to live. Could it be that simple? Yes. To learn how to think and to turn our minds in another direction and to raise our consciousness and to praise this wonderful life that we live, that is helping us learn how to live successfully, peacefully, powerfully, creatively, happily, lovingly. As we open our hearts and our minds to the presence, and as we clarify the redirection of the focus of our mental and emotional intention, we court the presence and direct the law. Ernest Holmes said that. How many times have you heard me say it? Say it with me. Court the presence and direct the law. We first establish ourselves in that place of infinite connection, deep faith and belief. And then we speak our word. We speak our word, and it is done unto us according to our belief, exactly. So life continues evolving. You and I continue evolving. As my beloved nonagenarian used to say in Palm Desert, I just keep evoluting right along. And that's what we're doing. We're all just evoluting right along on this divine evolutionary path. And we like to walk with each other, and people in different faith traditions, we walk along with them too and support them all. It's a wonderful thing to realize every sentient being on this planet is moving toward a beautiful and more wonderful expression of itself. In fact, when I was studying anthropology years ago, I came across a fellow, you may have heard of him too, in the early 19th century, called Lamarck. And his belief was that all animals also had a desire to get better, and that they could get fluffier tails and sharper eyes, and then they could pass that on genetically to their offspring. Well, it was discounted, but who knows? Maybe he had the right idea. We're all in the process of becoming better, becoming more of who we've always been. And you know, sometimes we forget that we seem to live in a small world, and we forget how vast this infinite universe is. It's sort of like feeling as though we're a goldfish. This is our world. This is my world, right? Oh, castle. Oh, castle, you know? Until we finally look up and look out the window or go outside and look around and realize this is a vast world. And this is just all I can see from here right now. Imagine how much more there must be. Then we begin to enter into the exploration of the infinite possibilities that are ours. You and I are not goldfish, and you can't take a goldfish for a walk. but we can enlarge and expand our worldview. That's one of the most important things that we do here in this beloved community. We're on a limitless path of possibility and discovery. Let's explore this thing more deeply. I recommend to you that you read the introductory chapters. This week, read the one I've just shared with you today. Next week, before I speak again, read the second chapter. And then you'll know, in fact, if I make a mistake, you can correct me, and that's okay. And then the third week, you'll be hearing from Reverend Mike, and you can correct him too, but gently. No, he says no. We're different somehow. So let's explore this thing. It's our foundation. Let it love us. Let it guide us. Let it nurture us and guide us into really intelligent, compassionate, creative choices and a beautiful, intentional use of this wonderful law. I love this stuff. I'm so grateful that I grew up learning the basic material. And you know what? It just gets more meaningful to me all the time. I'm so deeply grateful for it. So will you say with me, I am immersed in a sea of love.
I am immersed in a sea of love.
I am directing the law for good.
I am directing the law for good.
I court the presence.
I court the presence.
And I direct the law.
And I direct the law.
And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Thank you. Did you hear that, God? They just clapped for you. This is the time of our offertory. I love this time. It's an opportunity for us to give back to our beloved center. It's really an opportunity for us to return to the source of our spiritual food. And I love doing this. I've done it all my life. And so I'm going to simply ask that the ushers come forward, and there will be, oh, look at that cute acorn in the snow. It'll be all right. You'll be all right. And this is an opportunity for us to circulate the good that is ours and to allow it to expand in our lives and in the life of this beloved community. So let's know together that there is one source, and that source is prosperous, and that source is loving and giving. It is the foundation of life itself. And as we give with that same sense of the generous spirit, it returns to us multiplied and running over as it does beautiful work in this community and beyond. It is a beautiful expression of our deepened faith and belief that God is our source. And so we accept this truth as we give of our good, and we give thanks that it is already so. Shall we say together, and so it is. Thank you.
There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. One life. There is only one holy substance flowing in and throughout creation. And right here in this very moment, we are an expression. We are a beloved expression, born of perfection. Let's raise our hands and celebrate because we know there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is perfect. That life is my life. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is God's life. expression. And right here in this very moment, you are an expression. You are a beloved expression, born of perfection. So raise your hands and celebrate, because you know there's only one life.
That life is God's
That life is God's life.
That life is perfect.
And that life is perfect.
That life is my life.
That life is my life now. There's only one life.
That life is God's
That life is God's life.
That life is perfect.
And that life is perfect.
That life is my
That
life.
life is my life now. There's only one life.
That life is God's
Life is God's life.
That life is perfect.
That life is perfect.
That life is my life.
That life is your life now. There's only one life.
That life is God's
Life is God's life.
That life is perfect.
That life is perfect.
That life is my life.
That life is our life now. Life. What? 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 Life. What? 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 What?
There's only one. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. There's only one. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life.
My life is God's life. One life, God's life. My life is God's life. One life, God's life.
There's only one.
There's only one life.
That life is God's
That life is God's life.
That life is perfect.
And that life is perfect.
That life is my life.
That life is my life now.
One.
There's only one life.
That life is God's
That life.
I had the warm-up act. Hello, everyone. I'm Payson Burt, Vice President of your Board of Trustees. Today's with announcements. Yay! Thank you, Dr. Maxine. What a wonderful example, I think, whenever something unexpected happens, like choking, that you model the being like water, being like drinking water and being water and going with the flow, and it's always an inspiration. Thank you. No, thank you. The first thing is the GPCSL's Intentional Giving Program, and I got 2 pages on this, and you've heard it. You've heard it for a couple of weeks now, and so I'm going to go a little bit off script and just say that this wonderful environment needs money. It needs money, and the ability for us to be able to budget out for the year is important. And I'm probably talking to the chorus here, because if you made the trip to come here, you probably made the trip to fill out the envelope and send it in. So I'm probably talking to the people in Webland. And it's just that we need to be able to budget out for the rest of the year on a budget that we know that will be coming in from the pledges that are the GPCS, or the Intentional Giving Program. So I want to just remind people that helps us immensely. And if you can bring that, send it into Linda, the envelope. If you don't have an envelope, I'm completely off script now. I think you contact Linda, and she'll set something up with you. Okay? Thank you. All right. Dr. Maxine will be facilitating a 2-week, 2-hour Zoom class on the 4 Kingdoms of Consciousness, being held on Tuesday, January 31st, and February 7th, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This is a love offering class. For all the details and to register, just go to our website and click on the link on the homepage. You will deepen your appreciation for the various levels of consciousness we encounter, and learn to move through them gracefully and productively, kind of like today. What's that? I'm sorry? Tuesday nights, January 31st and February 7th from 6:30 to 8:30. In our commitment to hold 2 in-person events each month, mark your calendars, next Sunday celebration will be here again. Yeah. And the first 2 Sundays in February, that's February 5th and 12th. So once again, mark your calendars right here in Eagleville. We're in Norristown. They changed the post office. I've lived here my entire life, and I always, Norristown, write it in my checks. Norristown. Now it's Eagleville. That's true. That's true. That's right. Well, we do ask that you let us know you are coming by clicking on the pop-up box on the home page. This way, should we have bad weather, you will be sure to be notified in advance. You know, it's winter time, and all of a sudden we have ice or something, and then we decide to not be here. So that way you'll be notified. The monthly Science of Mind magazine is now on sale through January 31st, 2023. The sale price amounts to 250 pennies per issue. Usually it's for on the link on the homepage or go to our blog page on the website. If you are watching us and enjoy our Sunday celebrations, once again, we hear this every week. You're here. You've seen us on the website. Did anybody here not know? Microphone. Is the mic down? Mic's out. Uh-oh. I stepped on the cord? No.
Act like water, Jason.
There you go, man.
Just over that right now. That mic. Oh.
Yeah, the light's out.
Thank you. Thank you. That was so close to being done, too. And I was going to say, how many people have not seen us streaming and do not know how to get on our site and stream? Let me see your hands. Who does not know? Yeah. Okay. So, and anybody who's watching now knows how. They've all gone on. So I'm not going to say it. Okay. And that's it. Thank you.
And that's why he's our vice president. He's vice president of fun. And I do want to mention before we do our birthday song, because we weren't in person last week to do it, so we'll do it today, that now that we meet in person, whenever we are meeting in person, you have the opportunity. You have a couple of opportunities. One is, if you wish to meet with a practitioner afterwards for a 3-minute miracle, they will find a little corner for you. And you can just briefly say what it is. It's not a practitioner session. You can briefly say what it is your heart desires, and they will treat for you as a 3-minute miracle. Okay? So the way you do that is you sign up for it on the sheet back there, and Joe Lurkowin will be available. And Cheryl Macklin. So that's a good thing to do. If you need to scoot out of here for what silly reason, I don't know, you can fill out a prayer treatment request and put it in the prayer box back there. And our angels will treat for you. And if you would like to have a personalized affirmation, just say so and give us your email address. We'll send it to you. There's also practitioner brochures and cards back there. So you get to know our God gang. They can work with you and help a lot. All right, now, we usually do this on the first Sunday of the month, but we now are in person today. So if there are any January birthdays, whether you're out there in La La Land or you're here, would you stand so we can sing to you? Oh, Suzanne, yay! All right, ready?
Hit it, Maestro. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear birthday. Happy birthday to you. That's it? Okay. Wonderful. And they are willing to have you share the birthday cake. Today, to celebrate her birthday, there's coffee and there's a few goodies back there. And by the way, anytime we meet in person, feel free to bring goodies to share. That's a nice thing to do, huh? So enjoy that and wish our Suzanne, our hostess, along with our host, Rick, wish them both a happy birthday. Okay. Reverend Sweetie. Closing song is, thank you. See, I need your help, always. I will need your help, always. It's One With Everything by Amy Steinberg. Take it away.
I'm gonna lay my burden down now. I'm gonna leave it on the ground. This freedom I am feeling, it can't be found when I'm looking down. I'm gonna climb up to the mountains, spread my wings and fly. Fly. These blessings I am counting. I got more than all the stars in the sky. I got more than all the stars in the sky. I got more than all the stars in the sky. I feel light as a feather, floating on an angel's wing. I won't worry about the weather, 'cause I am one with everything. 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 This world is bright and holy. Heaven is in my sight. All my troubles try to find me, but they can't when I'm on this cosmic flight. I feel right everywhere now, and all I wanna do is sing. Not a single solitary care now. I am one with everything. 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 The awesome healing love can bring. We are one with everything. We are unstoppable, just like the wind. Anything is possible from God within. The root is good in each of us here. The nature of love is in everyone, everywhere. What spirit originates, spirit orchestrates. Willingness granted to create your fate. One power, one people under one sun. Peace, love, joy, freedom. I am one with everything. I am one with everything. This peace that penetrates me moves quicker than a laser beam. Now the devil cannot faze me, 'cause I am one with everything. I am one with everything. I am one with everything.
That was fun. That was fun. Thank you all for being here today. We'll be here next week. We hope to see you then too. And so as we go forth, it is with a praise and blessing for this divine life which indwells us all, for the holy presence which loves, nurtures, and guides us, and for the law that responds to our belief. Thank God all is well, and so it is. So it is. Yay!